Great job today, little brother. I'm going to do a quick review of all of your chords for you, and we're going to talk about one more keying concept that we forgot to mention in our exercise, but it's something you'll be able to work on all week, all right? So we've got a C major, a D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and then a B diminished. And you'll notice that your B diminished looks a lot like your G7 that we've been working on. Remember? Because we did the G major in the first positioning, G major in the second positioning, G7 in the first position, and then G7 in the second position. Well, it just so happens that G7 is the dominant note of another chord. And what we want to do is show you how you could derive that out of those chords. So in the key of C, we've got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then resolution to C. Well, if we were in the key of D, we'd have D, E, F, G, A, B, C sharp diminished. And it looks just like our G7 here, but it's screwed up. So what we're doing is using our finger as a bar. And what I would like to show you is when we do our whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step in the key of D, we get the D note, the E note, the F sharp note, because you know D has two sharps. One sharp is F sharp and one sharp is C sharp. G, A, B, C sharp, and D. Well, if you put this chord with that C sharp, that's how you get your C diminished. And it would just so happen that your C sharp diminished also looks like your A7. So your C sharp diminished is your A7. Your D diminished is your E7. And so on and so forth. So if you want to find out what your diminished chord is and how to play it, all you need to do is find your fifth scale degree. So in the key of D, it'll be D, E, F, sharp, G, A. If you make that fifth scale degree a A7 by flattening the A in that chord, so you've got your A major, if you were to flatten that tone, a whole step, not a half step, a half step, but go to a whole step, that change in that tone makes that A major an A7, which is comparable to a C sharp diminished. I know it's a little bit heavy on the theory part, but if you could just see your fingers as being able to do those together, it changes the way that we fundamentally hear F sharp minor 7, and then we hear a D sharp diminished. It's the same chord. That is a heavy music theory thing. Anyway, here's our rhythm exercise for the day too. I want you to keep going with down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. But what I want you to do is have a little flair with it. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, something along those lines. Keep moving these rhythms and have fun with it, and look at your different scales as you're going through. And if you could, try and build that F sharp and that G sharp minor and see how those fingers feel on the fretboard. I enjoyed seeing you this week. I'll see you next week, buddy. I'm proud of you.